We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Miami Dolphins. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The drive starts with a run from H.A. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. You talk about this Rams defense. They were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
A nice job there defensively being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Walton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Here's Thomas. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Takes it to about the 37. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3 and out, something.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Now back to throw. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Now H.A. on 1st and 10. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Off the bootleg. Walton. That's out to Hill. Right side complete. He's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. First catch there for Hill, and he's got a first down. Achane is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. Late groupie now for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward. But they kick it here, and it's good. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Second and a couple. They'll look to throw. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
They'll run on first down. Yates. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. You talk about this Miami defense. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB. They'd easily move into the top 5.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. They're going to look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, they're playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28. That one good for 24 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Back to throw again. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. But he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now a give right side. It's Yates. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And this one is right through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24. Up the middle, Achane. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run for it with Achane. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. The Dolphins at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. And they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins and take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Achane here, they stay on the ground. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. To throw on third down. Walton able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Throwing on first down. Walton. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Walton. That is incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on third down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Back to throw. Walton. This one thrown underneath to Achane. And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and this will stay a 4-point game.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
They'll start on the ground here on first down, and they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Yates. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front. That's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game and they know it helps their team.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Yates. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw here. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure to give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. He seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Here's Achane to start the drive. That tackle by Jeffrey Simmons.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Achane. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 52 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Off the bootleg. Walton, he'll buy some time right. Throw caught by Achane. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
And he will get enough for a 1st down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. This is 2nd and 8. A give left side. Here's Achane. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it,
blitz coming, and down he goes. Jalen Phillips, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, last game he had 2 sacks, got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Walton. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And this will stay a 4-point game. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Yeah, especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath, to his running back, complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
And I believe that gain on third and long changes things quite a bit because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
And this would be a long field goal if the skies were clear, but here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on fourth. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on fourth down. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
They find some open field here. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set. 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Here's a 2nd and 7. The open man is Westbrook. They'll give him 4 yards there. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
It's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
3rd and 3. Looking to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 43. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a a third down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll drop to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the 2nd half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
After through the raindrops, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire 4th remaining. So, stranger things have happened.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Yates. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 94 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Back to throw now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams have got it back to within a score.
No touchdowns for them in the first half, but their defense kept them in this ball game. So now, maybe this can loosen them up a little because they played tight so far, and they get right back in it with a touchdown run.
The extra point up and good, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
From the gun on 3rd down. Walton. That is caught. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they called Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. In motion, Hill. He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 3. Off play action. Walton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
He'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
The Rams on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll drop to throw. He's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Channing Tindall. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel today, an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they went standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
A point after, good by Groupie. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now back to throw. Oh, and that is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Channing Tindall, the one who got through to drop him.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, and while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick 6 from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays during a great individual effort today.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. A run straight ahead with Achane. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 22-yard line.
On first down, Yates. And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 121 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. They'll look to throw here. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And his kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And the Dolphins are going to recover. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
On second down, a run by Achane. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And they'll have it in the red zone before it crosses over out of bounds.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
I don't want to get too poetic here, really. Talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots. And that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening and went and got it.
Well, he really hasn't ran the ball all game. Fourth quarter here, need a big play, able to pick it up. So whatever the eyes saw and created, it worked. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
They'll roll him out right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Touchdown. Devon Achane with career touchdown number 125, moving him into a tie with Walter Payton on the all-time list. And looking like they'll move to 6-1 as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Groupie able to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Down the left sideline. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
That one looks like he'll throw here. His throw here's incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And they'll give this a chance. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. On now the Miami field goal unit. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick here is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Yates. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They'll look to throw now on first down. That is caught. Westbrook's got it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up,